The Falls Count Everywhere podcast would like to mention our friends at the following. For the most intriguing wrestling stories and info on independent shows in multiple regions, nobody does it like We Talk Wrestling. Subscribe to Facebook's #1 interactive community for professional wrestling today. Pro Wrestling on Tuesdays are a blast with the Wrestle Talk podcast. Join the entire crew every Tuesday at 7 p.m. as they bring their takes on the major circuits, showcase interviews with various indie stars, and news on the #1 fantasy wrestling promotion, the FWWC. Visit them at facebook.com/WrestleTalkPodcast and at WrestleTalkCast on YouTube and X.
All of us here show appreciation and love to our first responders, military, and volunteers that help our nation as well as protect and serve us every day. Thank you for all you do.
Get ready for episode number 195 of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast as our four-man crew break down this weekend's big events with TNA Under Siege, Saturday night's main event, NXT Battleground, and a special holiday segment featuring notable professional wrestlers who served our country.
Welcome to the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. The show starts in
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go!
Welcome to the show. Buckle up tight. Rough cut Rick will be in the spotlight. Champ sitting now, fans breaking it down. Best wrestlers podcast in this town. Blood and sweat in every word. Echoes of the ring, haven't you heard? Wrestling tales, raw and true. Podcast alive, bringing it to you. Mr. TQ bringing the style. Austin Cage making the fans go wild. Cutting deep into the heart of the fight. Best wrestlers podcast burning bright. Blood and sweat in every word. Echoes of the ring, haven't you heard? Wrestling tales, raw and true. Podcast alive, bringing it to you.
Good evening, everybody. We're at it once again, as always. Yes, and my buttons stick, and don't ask why, but it is episode number 195 here at the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. I spill drink sometimes.
Oh my god, that just hurt my head.
Oh, wow.
Yes, we're live, sticky buttons and all. So, welcome everybody here. It's
terrible.
Memorial Day weekend. We're having some fun, and we're getting by as well as we can here. So, once again, we're going to be covering a lot of things here tonight, and we'll go over those here shortly. But I am Rough Cut Rick Ruby here in your top left. Of course, the Gem City Mouth is right next to me on the right, and of course below is the Dirty Hill Austin Cage, and Herb Simmons in here watching here
Hi,
tonight.
Mr. Simmons.
All right, Herb, good seeing you, sir. GQ is actually on his way back from the big RCW show that was in Litchfield, Illinois. So he's making his way back to one of his 50 Hollywood residences across the country. I think he's going to Hollywood, Iowa, I believe. So,
To his Motel
Iowa.
6,
In his case, Motel 4.
where he
It's
keeps the
mono-
light on for himself.
yeah. I guess it's about 20 miles east of Sioux City. Who knows? I don't know. But anyway, it's a,
Gotta love
I don't
GQ.
know. Just don't ask Google. I just take his word. No, guys. But before we get into a couple of quick things here, of course, wanted to mention just real quickly about the RCW show. We've had a busy weekend here with wrestling, even on the holiday weekend. Of course, the Midwest Wrestling Coalition was here around town last night, and of course in Litchfield, Illinois, RCW, where we have 3 new champions crowned, but one of them is the Hall of Famer Hulk Elliott, who is now the RCW heavyweight champion who came out of retirement to be
I
in that
love Big Hawk
Rumble.
Elliott.
And Hawk Elliott is the RCW heavyweight champion. So congratulations to Hawk. No change in history here with ACW. American Championship Wrestling had shown in Lost Valley Lake Resort. No history, but unfortunately, I have to report some serious news, guys. So a
We love you,
longtime
Honky
veteran.
Tonk.
Yeah, so longtime veteran, the Honky Tonk legend, Rockin' Rick, or the Honky Tonk Kid, whoever, however you know him as. But Rick is actually hospitalized right now, actually in I wouldn't say, I don't know, like a specialized care. As at the moment, he did get injured last night inside the ring. It was, if you old schoolers know, if you remember how Stone Cold got injured by Owen Hart, it was that same move, and like I said, it's a dangerous move, guys, and he was not moving. It took a while for him just to feel a little bit of things, but he wasn't moving really that much at all before he was taken away. But he is actually in the hospital right now. So
probably intensive care.
He'll up fast, dude. The Honky Tonk Kid's a great dude. Rich is one awesome cat. He was one of the first guys to kind of pull me under his wing a little bit when we were at RCW when I first got in. So like to see that and to hear about him getting injured kind of shocked me because he's always so professional. So, and accidents happen. I wasn't there. So accidents happen. But it's sad to hear, especially when somebody that you actually enjoyed speaking with in the business.
Yeah. I mean, he's always asking about people's, about how they're doing and how their families are doing. And, all he was there is just mainly to entertain. He wanted to entertain yesterday, and apparently he just met a move that apparently, I'm telling you guys want to tell me that wrestling's fake, I'm almost about to Dr. D everybody that freaking tells me wrestling is fake because of something like this. And I'm not afraid to, because Rick is a good guy. It's just, however, it's just, if you guys slip just a little bit, and like we seen it last Monday here, if we're going to talk about injuries, let's talk about how Zoe Stark had to try to reach to make a move, and and now she's out because of bad placement of trying to make a move, and things happen, and now Zoe Stark's going to be out for a number of months, trying to reconstruct that entire knee, and it's just horrible. And then also, one of our women's competitors, Selena De Niro, did get a sternum injury.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So yeah, it's horrible, guys. I'm telling you, things do happen, and I'm here to tell you that the roster in ACW, they do work on conditioning. Okay, so it's not like they're laying around laying on the sofa freaking 7 days, about every day of the week until it's time to show day, and then they dress up to try to be wrestlers, and then they try to take a chance. They condition themselves. They're down at the dojo. They work through things. I mean, both Rick and Selena are ones to go down to the dojo, making their time and bettering themselves. And just things happen, guys.
And Selena, man, I feel for her because I dislocated my sternum in high school.
Yeah, bro.
Hers is a sternum issue. Like, she's going to have surgery. Like, dude. Oh. Like, I have issues now with it still. Like, where it just feels tight because when they popped it back in, nothing was torn. Nothing was destroyed. So, like, as soon as I read that from ACW's page that we posted on, I posted it right to We Talk Wrestling and stuff. I was like, oh, man, that lady. Because sternum injuries hurt. not that they're more dangerous than any other injury. It's just a pain, bro.
Oh, yeah. You're telling me. So.
And I'll be honest, like, I've had a couple of guys ask me, like, when we go over the match, he's like, would you take a pile driver or whatever? I was like, hell no. No, sir. I was like, I don't trust you that much.
The only pile drivers I have taken, I don't know if I take more than one, but I know the only pile driver I remember taking was one from Bob Orton. So,
I mean, the right person gave you a pile driver then.
yeah, I mean that was one of his specialty moves. Of course,
You're
you
pick him up for a pile driver. God dang.
Yeah, I know. You think a rookie like me is going to say, "Oh,
well, that's different.
Take him first.
Well, yeah, that's a legend compared to a guy
so.
that was greener than goose shit.
Oh man.
So
heal up fast, both of you guys. We need you back in the wrestling world.
Absolutely. So, but no,
Zoe
wrap
too.
it up this week, and we're I guess some of us are trying to catch the tail end of Battleground. We are going to be going over TNA Under Siege. We are going to be going over Saturday night's
What's
main
up,
event.
John B?
And then, of course, in between all of that, we're going to be having our special, our special Wrestlers Who Served edition for being Memorial Day. Just kind of a special highlight package of some of the guys who served our country, and maybe some faction maybe did or did not know about them. But I wanted to do that for Memorial Day. And, definitely to those who have served in the military and giving your time in service, we definitely do thank you. And of course, our goal here in the United States is to have a free country of opportunity with less conflict as much as possible. At least that's what I would think. So, I mean, God, I don't wake up every day like, oh, I'm going to stir some shit up today. So
we got a lot of dumb people out there that loves to do that shit.
They're usually on meth. But anyway, moving on.
Huge.
Well, most of them don't have a job either.
I'm joking.
What the hell am I going to do with you two?
I'm not.
I'm looking for that good citizen who's on meth. So I am joking.
The one sweeping the streets.
Cleaning the drain so they don't back up.
Yeah, no kidding, right? No kidding. Yeah. Oh man, but I've chatted a lot here, man. Z, you've had a good weekend or your good week. How's things going on with you, sir?
Bro, even after FanFest 3, my wife still surprises me. I got a new tattoo. The wife and I went and got new tattoos the other day just for shits and giggles. So that was pretty cool. Had an amazing birthday party for my oldest daughter yesterday. One of the reasons why I had to pull out of the RCW show that my wife worked, and there was no one to watch the kiddos. So family comes first for me.
I get you, brother. Absolutely.
But also, I wanted to show off this. We talked a little about it before last week. Before I got to FanFest, I got to meet somebody, and I finally was able to pull it down. But there's Mr. Big E with the signature, Feel the Power, and his Panchero championship. By the way, that championship that Panchero had was pretty sick, actually. Like, I hate that everybody's making titles for themselves, but like, it was a pretty cool one. So that's going to eventually go on the wall somewhere.
So that cost you postage plus $3.95, right? And you got yours in the mail.
Yeah. No, they had them like right there, man. It was cool. Panchero was really cool for that experience. So otherwise, it's been really chill and mundane.
Yeah. And Austin Cage, what about you, man? How are things with you since FanFest? I mean, it seems like some things are just toned down at the FanFest, but you know what? Also, guys, is real quick. I mean, because I sit back and I look at all the pictures this past week, and I take back and I'm like, man, I didn't realize how freaking cool this was. But I was just so busy running everywhere, just trying to keep the show afloat. And and I can't believe it's only a week since I've seen you in person, man. And it's just gone by so quick, man. And I wish we could do more in-person shows like that. I mean, to me, it's a blast for me, bro. But how's your week and everything been since the FanFest?
I mean, I was looking at like Saturday. Oh, yesterday I worked. I was sitting there looking at my phone, and I was just like, "Damn, it's been a week already." I'm kind of shitty that it's been a week since we were all out there. But no, man, it's the regular work week, and then my fiance, she's out of town camping with her friends, so I'm just been at the house bullshitting all weekend pretty much.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Trying to take advantage of that.
Funny story. I messaged Herb about an idea for a potential fan fest but he's like, I'll pass this along to the next idiot that tries to do another event. Fair statement.
Oh wow, that's great. Wow. So I mean,
you gotta love her.
Something tells me that the enthusiasm for FanFest 4 is just not there yet because they're still reeling back from FanFest 3 that just happened last week, bro.
And I'm ready for 6 and 7.
I mean, think about it. We had to deal with tornadoes coming through on that afternoon before that kicked it all off. Okay,
because we knew that Mother Nature knew the legends would blow everybody away. So, she wanted to take the pencil and the eraser and be like, "I'm blowing everybody away, literally, and I'm blowing roofs off the entire freaking city." I feel bad for laughing, but it's still kind of funny.
So
yeah.
I know I wasn't on last week, so I didn't get to say my piece about one thing. But Zach, you know me, I gotta have my asshole moment of the day or week or whatever. But
yeah.
Matt Riddle ain't shit.
Wait, what?
Matt Riddle ain't shit.
Oh, that's beside the point. We're not going to go into talking about that. Forget that. Let it go.
That's
one comment. That's all I wanted.
No, you're good.
That's negative or he just missed out. And it just shows. We know the reason. Well, we kind of have an idea why Matt Riddle didn't show. I know the actual facts on the lack of effort just even getting out of your house to even go to the airport. So I'll call you out on that, bro.
Yeah.
Come at me, bro. Bro. No, but also the only thing that kind of saddened me though was I was really looking forward to seeing Kevin Von Erich. I really was. And then
that was one of mine because I wanted to see you be a kid. Continue with Mother Nature.
Oh, yeah, but no, another mother. Yeah, are we doing symptoms now for FanFest 4? It's not a tornado. I got a nasal infection. Sorry, you can't make it.
Jesus.
You talking about Riddle?
That's great.
I love it, man. I love it.
A nasal infection.
Oh my god, I don't know. We're seeing some comments here also about we're at 195, guys.
I know.
I really wanted to do something big for 200, but it's like we just had FanFest, and man, I don't know what to do for 200. But
I don't know if I'll be on because I don't know what you guys had planned for real. But obviously 200 is a big number. Why don't you, if you guys can remember, pick your top 5 favorite shows?
Oh my God, we may be working on maybe a collage of some of our past favorite guests that they'd like to come on, or send. But I know one of our one of our podcasts we usually kind of do some work with, with Wrestle Talk podcast. I mean, they're over 500, but they started in 2014. So I mean,
right.
We've only been in existence
Dude, we could always
years.
Reach out to Big Texan and Bobby D and see if they want to come nerd out with us and hang out and talk something from ringside.
There we go. Yeah, we can do something else.
There's all kinds of things we could do. So 200's around the corner. Just be ready. Be waiting. Yeah. Be patient.
I just wish we had all the fans that watch the show would you could join in one place or have a big public forum, like a late night show, but have people there, but
Oh, that'd be sick.
Write it out on the
Austin
fan
Cage
page
gets powerbomb.
Well, it would be the first time. Like make a post on like X and the Facebook follow page and say, you guys have any ideas for the fans for 200? Do that.
There you
okay.
go.
That's a good idea.
That's a good idea. I'm going to get my crayon and write that out right now.
Just don't eat it.
Fans versus wrestlers. Every fan would get destroyed.
Yeah, because a majority of fans will get blown up within 5 seconds.
I'm taking the high road on that comment, but
yeah, but at least you've had experience and learned how to control
knows
your
what I'm
breathing.
talking about. I'm taking the high road. All right.
I had an intrusive thought, but I'll save it. Let's get this ball rolling. Let's get this show going.
Let's get it rolling, man. As Battleground's tickling down, let's kind of move over to
main event.
Guys, if you got everything, if you got,
it's crazy that these two main evented it. Like,
yes, I know that's crazy. This is we're talking about Battleground right now. So the main event is for the TNA World Championship with Trick challenging Joe Hendry. My guy. I always believe in Joe Hendry. So,
dude, I really hope Trick wins this. I'm not gonna lie.
Something's gotta happen, right?
Trick needs to take this title, bro.
Something has to happen because we're always interlocking TNA and NXT, right? So, but when when someone's coming over, like TNA comes over for a WWE title, or vice versa, in this case, who's going to take it? So it's like, I think TKO just kind of made it into the works. Like, I think we're going to take a TNA title first, guys. So we're not going to give.
I was really hoping it'd be TNA taking NXT title first, but if we have to go this way and Trick, I'm cool with it being Trick. Trick would make a perfect person.
It is Trick's birthday.
Trick would make a perfect person. I don't know about that statement.
By the way, Trick, let's not, like you said, as far as your performance, I'm going to say one thing, and only some of us who know, Jack Passion did it better. Thank you.
Fact!
That is fact. And people, if you know who I'm talking about, then yeah.
If anyone listening right now has not looked up, watched, seen, studied, or anything like that of Jack Passion, who also has been on our show before, so go back and watch his episode. We had a great episode with him while he drove back with Armstrong.
Scott Armstrong.
Scott Armstrong in the car. So that
told us.
But Jack Passion is one of the best out there right now going today on the indie scene.
Oh, thinking you bring their wives or girlfriends on or hear their side of letting you.
That'd be bad.
You know what? I'm these two can go. My wife would have a blast.
About the one out of
my wife. I am the fortunate man to have probably the perfect wife ever. So.
Yeah, well, like I said, it was.
Oh, Trick just did the spin-a-rooney. Look at Booker and did the spin-a-rooney.
That's funny. Shit, let's get into this. I mean, the whole wives speculation. Mine was my wife was involved with me, being by my side. But
I would like to hear your wife's side about it. Yeah.
Hey, you guys want to see what my fiance would do? Let's say, look, here's me, my fiance. Hi. That'd be. Yeah. We've been together 2.5 years, and I think she's maybe watched.
Let's go, Jason! With me. We won the lottos.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah, I know. It's if you get the wives together on one show, we're just gonna grab some popcorn and just listen.
Oh, dude, I think my wife would be a hoot, bro.
Your wife would have to be like the one like leading the charge of like telling everybody when to speak and shit.
She's a boss. That's why she's a boss.
Because she's probably like the only one that knows what the hell's going on.
Oh no, Trisha knows.
Not necessarily.
Trisha knows her things. Don't count out the little ginger.
Well, like I said, if you know others in the business that have been with their husbands longer, they might know more. You just don't know.
Don't count on Miss Trisha. Don't do
You
it.
you can't perceive what you don't know. You know, you just gotta open the book and say, open the book to an empty page. Like, here, write your
Dude,
story.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like that idea. I kind of like, how do you work that in? I think Mr. Simmons is onto something. I think Herb is onto something on this one. That's a good.
How about we get them in a texting messages, and you see like 2 or 3 bubbles going on for like about 5 minutes contiguously.
No, Amy's short messages 20 at a time.
My kid does that for messages. It drives me insane. Like, can you do sentences? 2 or 3 sentences. Now I'm getting. Let's move on.
Squirrel.
Woo! Off the rails. Let's go. Back on, baby. So let's go ahead and tackle with TNA Under Siege, everybody. TNA Under Siege is what we're going to be doing here first. That was Friday night. So we did. I think there was like one match in the pre-show, which was right here. Xia Brookside losing to Rosemary via DQ, with Xia Brookside getting the hold of the strap and
going ham.
Just going ham. So we might be seeing a more vicious side of Xia Brookside, not so bubbly anymore.
Which I'm thankful for, because that was one of the things that I had issues with her in NXT UK. Is she was just always so bubbly, and I'm like, you're kind of irritating, bubbly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do something else.
Yeah, I know. So
great wrestler.
Which, by the way, what's happened to Wendy Chu? Is she like injured, or are they just not going to use her? Because I'm sorry, I kind of dug Wendy Chu when she went to the dark, kind of on the dark side. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm kind of irritated. I don't know what. Hopefully, I would love to see her and Paxley somehow form a tag team. That's me.
Oh yeah. Let's get that done. I'm all for that. So. So this is the pre. So that was the show. Well, that was the only match they have for pre-show. Mm-hmm. Then they go right into opening with Casey Navarro and Mike Santana. With Mike Santana getting the victory. Apparently, AJ was playing.
He was hurt.
Yeah, with turf toe, right?
Yeah. It healed. It healed within 15 minutes.
Can someone tell me what turf toe is? Because I mean, I it's like, what, did you like skin your toe too bad? You can't walk on it. You can't run. I mean, what is
so you
it?
shouldn't walk barefoot then.
I don't know. I never got turf toe, and it's like that sounds like the most wuss injury I've ever heard of all time. It's like I got, it's like I skinned my toe. I can't walk. So I don't know. I'm sure you're probably looking it up, Z, ain't you?
I am currently trying to figure it out.
Google Minds, what to know? What is turf toe?
I honestly, I think it's the first time I ever heard of it.
Yeah. But
turf toe is a sprain or of the big toe joint. Specifically, I'm not saying that word because I'm going to butcher it. The meadows, whatever. My wife is the nurse, not me. So it's a sprain. It's
a sprain of the big
sprained toe.
Let's go with that one.
Tape it up. How do you sprain your toe? Did you stick it up somebody's butt? I mean, what?
I'm glad AJ Francis was healed enough. He took a shot at my dude. I don't like that. You take. He just did himself a
favor and didn't wrestle this special. So thanks AJ for not wanting to get in the ring, because no one wants to see T and AJ. Okay.
Stop.
Just saying. I don't know.
I enjoy
it. Between him and Mercedes Moné, I don't want to see in the ring.
Oh God.
She just won your guys. She just won the Owen Hart's female title thing.
Yeah, I know. That's why I didn't watch the tournament, because I knew how that was going to go.
The internet wasn't too happy about it either.
No. Bro, what have I been saying for months? What have I been saying for a couple years? What have I been saying? Okay? What am I?
Don't put your ass. Don't try putting your ass on a pedestal. I've been saying it for years
I'm
now.
just saying. People don't listen. That's what I'm saying. People don't listen to me. It's like, she's garbage. She's a walking dumpster fire. Nobody wants to watch her, man. It's like,
people are
for the horses.
But back to
Sorry, gonna upset. But
How did you feel at the end of this match where Santana tries to shake Casey's hand, but then AJ Francis attacks him, and like,
I smelled the red from a mile away.
Are we gonna see it? Or are we gonna see it? Are we gonna see the split? Or is Casey gonna fall in line?
I don't think they're gonna split. I think they played him. I think they played him for real.
That's fair. That's fair.
And honestly, I'm not really interested in First Class, but that's just me.
I know
they don't get over for me. So, it's, I just have to watch them for. Oh my god, bro! Oh, I had to just look over at the main event, and I just saw a bad spot. Well, I mean, as far as like an impactful spot. So,
the new tables are brutal, bro.
but hey, side note about Mike Santana.
Oh shit!
He's going to be on NXT Tuesday night.
Yes, I'm kind of pumped for that.
I am too. I'm pretty cool about that.
Who was the gentleman? Because I don't know who the guy was. I was really kind of hoping him and Charlie would be awesome.
Yeah, Charlie was walking around with a freaking big chip on his shoulder and a stick up his butt. I don't know what the heck his problem is lately. He wouldn't even fist bump Miles Bourne on the way to the freaking ring tonight. He's a jerk.
Ruby, you're having a lot of butt issues tonight. It's like the third time you mentioned something butt.
I don't know. I mean, it's the most soft word I can go to right now. I don't know what it is. I think I need to calm down.
Now it's like we're not even 30. We're just now 30 minutes in.
I need to get one of those special green cheese, and I think I'll be okay for a while. So, chewable trees. So.
Everybody loves trees.
Let's go to the next one after this. So we got, was this the, I'm sorry. I forgot about
impromptu 3-on-3.
Oh my God.
With the system in Northern Nightmare, but you forgot the match prior to this, which was Diener versus.
Yeah, it was Eddie Edwards versus
Eddie
Cody
Edwards.
Diener. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, my God. Yeah, so Cody Diener lost again, and so his contract's not getting renewed.
Sorry.
You're not believing tonight, boy.
Holy shit!
Trick, Trick, whoop that, whoop that, Trick, whoop that, Trick.
Yep.
He had him up like he did that little lift up over and he landed on the title then the knee. God damn. Oh.
That's crazy.
Whoop that Trick.
That's crazy.
There's your write up for the injury.
Wow.
Because because Henry he was pretty he's been hurt. Oh dang.
What was the injury? I forgot.
His right shoulder, I believe.
Right shoulder.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh,
this was a good match.
Crap. Yeah, it was. Nice.
Oh, I didn't see that. Thumbed his eye.
Yeah,
slap.
Very good. Yep. This is what you get. This is what you get, guys, when you got squirrel mentality for
trick shot to the win. Dude, I'm pretty pumped to see where this goes now.
He's been watching some Tracy Smothers matches right there after that thing to the eye.
A WWE superstar is your TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
I love that. That's freaking awesome.
Oh man, yeah, this is not.
It's all of our watchers. Sorry, it's live. We're watching it.
This is.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, TNA execs in the crowd.
Yeah, they did a close up of him right before the match.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's awesome.
So finally, I mean, obviously,
that's great.
That's crazy, guys. Yeah. So
wow.
We finally see it that so NXT Superstar is now a TNA World Champion. So you finally see the line. So someone had crossed the line from NXT over to TNA. So now this is going to be interesting.
Now TNA needs to do that like that old entrance where they like right before it started, there's like TNA wrestling cross the line.
Yeah. I can't believe. Yeah, I can't believe it. Wow.
All right.
That's
All right, back to the match.
yeah. So yeah, the way they ratted out Cody Deaner like that is, it was getting a little bit much, and then freaking then the Northern Armory comes out, and then so the System and the Northern Armory have a 6-man tag, and which the System took it to. No, I'm sorry, the Northern Armory took it to the System, and so they won the match. So yeah, it's crazy. I'm sorry. I'm still
See, here's my thing about Diener though. It upsets me that Diener gets this treatment. Diener's so good, like so good.
Yeah.
So, wasn't he? His match was to get fired, right?
His contract was not going to get renewed if he couldn't win. So,
oh man, where does Diener go from here?
Oh shit.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. So, but the Northern Army did take care of business. Yeah, he kind of faded off in the distance after he got heavily insulted.
Yeah,
and then freaking 6-man.
Because the System just tore him to shreds.
Oh yeah,
man. This match was okay to me.
yeah, it was okay. Just to kind of just to kind of fill it, but let's go to the next one. Let's look at the Elegant Street Fight. So, if Spitfire did not win, they would have to disband, and this is exactly what happened. So Ash and Heather by Elegance defeated
Hey, all I'm saying is let's make Jody a threat for Masha Slamovich, please. Please. Because I love me some Jody Threat. Enzo?
Yeah.
hold
I don't
still.
know. I'm kind of in a I'm kind of more of a Danny Luna fan myself, but
Oh, that's all right. You can have yours, and I can have mine.
that's right.
I will say this: the more that Ash and Heather work together as a tag team, I actually enjoy this duo.
Yeah.
Ash, you've come a far, far way from the Dana Brooke days, and I'm proud to say that you and Heather are one great female tag team, in my opinion. Just my opinion. I thoroughly enjoy those two women working together.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Dana's definitely better in TNA than she was WWE.
110%.
It was hard to watch her a lot of times in WWE.
And then you add Megan to the group too. Like the 3 women duo there is perfect. And the little stooge, I'm enjoying it.
I do like Maggie Lee. Maggie Lee.
Oh, 100%. Maggie, like having her and like there's something here with this group. That's all I'm saying. This unit, this faction, whatever they're doing, with Ash, Heather, Maggie, and I can't remember his name. I just like him because he reminds me of like an old school like stooge type, douchebag manager, and I love it. So, but this group is money. Give me more of elegance.
Yeah. Kind of makes you wonder now who's going to be in line for the knockout tag titles now.
Specifically since Spitfire was like the only other tag team.
Really? Yeah.
In the company. So we'll see how that lays out.
Yeah, so let's go to under 4 defeating the Rascals and Raj.
I don't know
Raj Singh and who's the other one?
Mm-hmm.
Indy Hartwell. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
Indy
Hartwell was in this. So yeah, so Raj Singh came back to try to get one up under 4 and end up losing the match. Ali ping the Singh, and then decided to take a little bit further and start choking him with the ring apron. And Tasha tried pulling him off, and Ali shoved off Tasha, and the great hands were kind of standing off to the side, like, what the hell's going on? So this is kind of a little bit of a disarray moment for them. This is after the match, and Ali's walking back. So I don't know.
I'm curious as to where they go with that.
I know Ali's starting to become a little bit of a monster and taking things way too bad. So, but yeah, so we move on to the next one here. So Tessa Blanchard, Ariana Grace, we kind of knew that this was going to happen even before the match started, because Tessa needs to be in high superstar status with getting wins and just being Tessa. One thing I didn't like about that, though, is after the match with Sheriff Stone or Robert Stone coming down and just putting the point finger right in Santino's chest and getting Santino hauled off by security. So
yeah, had him removed from the building.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what stroke this guy's pulling, but apparently we're going to be we may be seeing a mixed tag of Sheriff Stone and Tessa Blanchard versus father-daughter of Santino and Ariana Grace. So
I'm not too mad about that idea.
No.
I love it. But see, I'm also a huge fan of Robert Stone, so
yeah.
I'm a big
Slammiversary's around the corner, isn't it? Like around June? Don't they have it at June?
Somewhere like that,
yeah.
But Robbie E was one of my favorite TNA guys, so I'm all for Robert Stone.
Yeah. I get you. Let's see. Then the next one on the card here. So this is after the fact Masha defeating Victoria Crawford, or formerly known as Alicia Fox, and
Foxy baby.
Foxy.
She
Look, I'm sorry, time out. That was hands down the greatest thing on TV. I don't give a damn what anybody says.
When her and Noam Dar were together, oh my God, I loved it.
A shout out to the redneck in the front row here with the Hardy shirt on and the freaking Legends title. What the heck? You see, I just now noticed that. It's like, bro, we do.
That Legends title.
Rednecks in Ontario. Who would have thought?
Well, there's got to be somebody in every country that has missing teeth.
Hey, that's why Eric Young and them came out. That's because he got tired of listening to Moose and them trash Ontario.
Yeah. I was kind of amazed to see that title. Like, man, what is someone bringing a Legends title to the TNA?
This match was, because that's my first match seeing of Crawford in a long time. Like, seeing her back in the ring. This was a fun match. I thoroughly enjoyed this match. Masha still keeps winning me over left and right.
But. And then makes a challenge call out to give Lee a title shot, and then your Sheriff Stone prevented that from happening. He was like, no, you got to earn your shot, but then gives Victoria Crawford a shot with no earning. Or he just handed it to her? Okay. Yeah, there's no favoritism.
She's She's a legend in the sport, bro. She broke ground for people like Masha. So I
met her last year, so I know that.
Yeah, still jealous about that.
I can send you the pic again if you like.
Shut up! Don't do it. That's like GQ. That's like GQ sending me his Randy Orton photo. Get out of here.
Oh yeah, I slipped it like 10 times all over.
Yeah,
that's like Fox. Dude had a complication. It's like, yeah. It's funny how some people get lost in some of these gatherings when we need something done. It's like, oh.
This year it was me. This year I did play squirrel. I'll admit it.
I was not going to say a word. But...
First step is admitting you have a problem.
I was definitely the problem at FanFest 3.
I kept getting lost. It was a big room.
It was. It's too many shiny things.
I know he's not out here tonight, but one of my favorite moments was I kept messing with GQ. That was my. Those times
Hey,
he didn't have the times he didn't have a comeback, and he just basically kept on saying "f you" to me, like by his looks.
GQ does that. He does that a lot.
Yeah.
So what's after Masha?
After Masha, yes.
Ah, my boys!
Defeating Matt Hardy and Leon Slater. Can I just say, Leon Slater, though, what a freaking new version of the poetry in motion by going over the top, over the turnbuckles off of Matt Hardy and splashing these guys onto the outside. Oh my God, bro. That was, I'll tell you what, Slater is a freak. He is something special.
Yeah, Leon Slater's on a whole nother level, and personally, one of my favorite things about tuning into TNA is that young man. Plus, of course, the Nemeth brothers, because I don't care what you say. I absolutely love these two together. Ryan Nemeth has me hook, line, and sinker. I've always been a Nick Nemeth fan, so it doesn't matter if he's Dolph Ziggler. It doesn't matter if he's Curlin White's caddy. It doesn't matter if he's Nikki from the Spirit Squad. I've been a fan of his from day one.
Oh my gosh. It's just what about Ryan Nemeth though? I mean, so they both came out in jackets. Are they just known as the Hollywood heels, or are they just, I don't know. I'm just kind of confused, but at least they got matching gear, and I just call them the Nemeth brothers because they're going to call themselves the greatest brother tag team. Just keep your name as a brother tag team, you know, the Nemeth brothers, you know.
I agree. It should stay the Nemeth brothers, personally.
Yeah. Don't use, we already got one guy using heel in his name, so, you know.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
I need to really update my board, man. There's so much I could be using. Gosh.
And I know I could piss a hell of a lot more people off quicker than they can.
I don't know about that one.
Put me face to face with them. I guarantee it. Just on mic.
My brother would beat you up.
I think that was the prelude to, was it the main event here?
Yeah, the main event would be next. But that personally, I'm not gonna lie, that match was my favorite.
The tag title?
Oh, that was a great match. Great match. Hello, Mr. Alan Sir.
Hello, Alan. Nice to see you, Alan.
Why does Elijah look so just defeated? And Joe's like, yeah.
Because Joe's the man. And Elijah,
not anymore.
Elijah was at a show an hour from here last night.
What?
He was?
Yeah.
That's sick. Why did you not go?
By the time I got off work, it was basically too late because it was like an hour drive, and I still had to cut. It was.
TNA had like Impact tapings yesterday, still in Ontario. What the hell is he doing out in Indiana?
It was in Kentucky, Owensboro.
Oh, Owensboro, Kentucky?
Yeah. Because it was like a fan fest thing, kind of like what we went to.
Oh, right.
We were at, and then there was a show right after because Godfather was there, he was there, and so many others. Me and Chris were talking about.
Papa Shango?
It said Godfather on the picture.
Okay.
But me and Chris wanted to go, but by the time I got off, we weren't going to make it in time.
Drive faster.
Yeah. I remember I know I sent the real link to, I don't know if it was to you personally, Z, or if I sent it to the group of like the Godfather coming out again, like at a local fan fest or whatever. He came out with freaking women in dresses.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah, that was fun.
Ladies of the evening.
And honestly, Godfather was the first person I wanted to meet, if any of them, before anybody else.
I've met him.
I will call them ladies of the evening. I will not refer to them as a certain garden tool. So, you know.
He was really cool. I'm really happy that I got to meet him. And that was because of Herb Simmons and the Fan Fest, too. Mr. Simmons and the SICW crew.
See, I can't take a garden tool seriously anymore after this video I saw last night when his dad told his son to go get himself a a hoe, and then he went and got his sister.
Yeah, and you sent it to us.
Yeah. That's the one I can't. That's the one I can't get over.
I would have said, nah, that'll do.
He's like, it's not funny. Okay, kind of funny, but it's not funny.
Oh man, but
It's a
overall,
big one.
I mean, this one was okay. I mean,
It was a C+ for me.
yeah, I was gonna say I would say borderline between B minus and C+. You know,
Yep.
I mean, there's some things that could happen, but I mean, some things I could have done without, but you know, or some things that could have been better. But it is what it is. You know, Meltzer would give it 1.5 stars because
I did really like that. This is the first TNA pay-per-view, PLE, whatever they call themselves over there. That there was a lot of females on this card.
Yeah, it
Like,
was.
This was a female-heavy card, so that was cool to see because there's a lot of good talented women in TNA. So I was pleasantly surprised to see that. Northern Nightmare, they kind of still have me intrigued. So curious where they go with that because for me on that one, and this is one of the reasons I'm rating TNA so low right now. Okay, when they turned on Josh, were they good or bad? Like, what are they? That's my question. Because are we trying to turn them good guys, or like are they these like Dark Knight type thing, like these vigilantes of TNA? We got to establish them more because Eric Young is too much of a gift to not have a direction for, in my opinion. So that's one of my issues with the show. Was that? Otherwise, I loved it. TNA was fun. It was a good show.
Yeah. Yeah. So now after that, we get right to Saturday night's main event, which kicks off with a surprise, man. So this is the tag match, and I didn't know when he was going to be coming back, but apparently, Big Bronson Reed made a return in the opening tag match with Braun Breaker and Seth freaking Rollins taking on CM Punk and Sami Zayn, and Big Bronson Reed targets CM Punk on the outside and puts him through this barricade here, in which
that freeze spot looks like a big ass hug coming.
Brothers got a hug. No, instead Bronson be flattening no CM Punk over there.
I love you, man.
I want to say home and bake cookies with you.
Bronson Reed is one of the hands down best big man going in professional wrestling right now, and I cannot wait to see this group, how they mold, how they grow, if they grow. This was a good show. Like overall, the whole match was stellar. Seth getting his fair share, Breaker getting his fair share, Sammy and Punk was working excellent together, showing their camaraderie with matching trunks. But the spear to Sammy that you have, like Breaker's on another level, dude.
Bro,
every time I watch him, okay, so this is how I can watch professional wrestling and be happy with how WWE is still doing stuff. For one, everything they did with Body last night, last night, was pure gold. Jesse the Body Ventura was the best thing about everything, like one of the best things about the whole show. His analytics, all that kind of stuff, perfect. The old school vibe, the vibe that it is Saturday main events back in the day. You have Breaker, one of the Steiners, still out there freaking us out. Like, how did Scott Steiner do half the shit that he did? How did Rick Steiner do half the shit that he did back then in the day? And now you have this genetic freak that came out of that lineage of professional wrestlers doing stuff where, like, Steiner can still do stuff, like, out of nowhere. Like, when he does that, and it's not even a massive move. It's nothing but, like, it still wows the crap out of me when he jumps from the apron across them on the announce table. I'm like, dude, you shouldn't be doing that. Like, you shouldn't be. But this man does it with ease. Braun Breaker's, yeah, Seth Rollins is making his whole a whole type of faction.
Yeah.
I wonder if they give them a name, like the group.
Well, they're
What
showing
would you name
symbols.
this group? What would you name this group then? Because obviously these
I
are,
don't know.
you know,
I mean, personally, like if you could do something with like him being the architect and Paul Heyman having the alliance, somehow play into those two things would have been cool. Like because this feels almost like some people are saying that it resembles Evolution. I can see that. I can see that, and I
Seth is
respect
Triple
it.
H. You got
But-
Batista as Braun Breaker. Orton is, or not Braun Breaker, but Braun Breaker is Randy Orton.
Yeah,
Paul is Ric Flair, and then
Bronson
Yeah.
Reed, get his name out there. Come on.
thank you, Bronson Reed is Batista.
I'm not saying that's wrong. But if you're going to
Are
What?
we seeing a theme here though for real? Look at how these guys are dressed.
So here's my question about it. Here's my real question about it. If I'm seeing the bigger picture, like I think I'm seeing, and in my sidearm booking mentality that I love to do, and the reason I am a professional wrestling fan is this reason. If they could somehow keep building towards a feud with Triple H and The Rock in a power struggle over WWE, you have your group right there that Triple H will be a part of. Paul Heyman said at Hall of Fame, because I'm connecting all the dots, people. Like if you're not watching WWE and watching all the ARC stuff, from Hall of Fame ceremony speeches to press conference stuff to just the backstage behind Karrion Kross's documentary was not done just for no reason. He was told to do that. I'm telling you right now, that was done for a reason. It was 100% done for a reason. But Paul Heyman said at the Hall of Fame ceremony that he's not a Paul, like, whatever, he's a Paul Levesque guy. Everybody talks about him being, that people are Paul Heyman guys. He said straight up that I'm a Paul Levesque guy. We already know Seth Rollins is a Paul Levesque guy. Who was the original authority that helped him out? Come on, people, connect the dots. There's a bigger storyline here that could be played out or may play out. I don't know. I'm just foreshadowing, hoping, throwing wishes, because that's what I like about professional wrestling. But this group right here, this is a real designed faction, in my opinion. We always see throwing together factions. This is designed. This is meticulously put together for a reason.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. But like I said, Bronson Reed just jumped on board none like 48 hours ago. So
Yeah, I did like how like
we
they were
still
about
got
to
Raw
fight each
coming
other.
tomorrow. We
Like-
still got Raw coming tomorrow. So we'll just
Paul being scared and Breaker walking in between Seth and Braun as the commentators. By the way, Michael Cole, you are the GOAT. There is nobody better, as of right now, in commentating than Michael Cole. I don't care what anyone says. Yes, Pat McAfee's great. Michael Cole legitimately is showing how a fandom can keep growing. But for him to state that Bronson Reed has had it out for Seth Rollins, bringing up the multiples and multiples of tsunamis, Braun Breaker, as this is being stated, Braun Breaker slowly walks in between, and then Seth holds down his hand, puts his hand on his shoulder, walks around, and gives Bronson a hug. The small stuff. I loved it.
ooh. Yeah,
Yeah, the other thing I would kind of miss about like the whole evolution thing is obviously Paul would be like Flair. Flair's reactions to stuff is well, I'm gonna miss that. That was always entertaining.
I mean, I'm open for Bronson Reed and Paul Heyman becoming tag team champions. That'd be kind of cool. But never mind.
That was great.
Batista and Ric Flair as tag team champions was hilarious.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah. I'm sorry, that was good. But Evolution had more. They were more kind of like the. I don't want to say more kind of like the luxurious elegance, and I don't want to say elegance because these guys were tough as nails. But it was basically like the new version of Horsemen.
Oh yeah, it was a gentleman's club.
It was just,
In
it
a
was a
sense.
gentleman's club, but these guys, I don't see these guys doing that.
No. This is a different type of faction.
Yeah.
Everybody else, I'm sorry, I get kind of NWO vibes mixed maybe with Evolution. If we can get something like that, that could be interesting.
You said it a while ago. How about another Dangerous Alliance?
That's what I want to see. That's personally
Let's go old school.
Yeah.
If I'm
Everything
going
I
old
see,
school tonight. Let's go old school with that. So
yeah, everything I see about it is, I would love it to be another Dangerous Alliance. But if you could do something with the likes of Seth being the architect and all that kind of stuff, and make it play into that, like the architect alliance or something like that. That sounds lame. Never mind. Continue. It's WWE proof. There's a doggy.
Hey, Kojak. There you go. It's like, yeah, I'm going to steal the show. Hey, what's this? I'm going to lick your camera.
That's his buddy.
I know.
I mean, like when she's not here, he's fine. Like so damn quiet, but when she's here, he shows his ass.
Oh, but man, what about
back? But how many people did they have in the Dangerous Alliance? How many was that? Like 5 guys, 1 girl, and Heyman.
There was 6 people in the Dangerous Alliance.
Yeah, I think it was 6 people in the Dangerous Alliance.
Yep, there was 5 dudes, including Paul. I can't remember who they all were, and then 1 female wrestler, if I'm not mistaken, at the end of it.
Yeah,
and I want to say she was actually a valet. She wasn't really a wrestler, but I can't remember who it was. Hold on, I'm going to look that up. Continue going, Ruby.
Yep. I was gonna say the next match here, we'll just show the end result. Oh no! Well, first off, let's show Bronson Reed taking the hammer with another tsunami. So, Talks. Oh my god!
He's sitting on the arm of the couch, sitting in the middle, and then he's sitting in my lap halfway.
It's funny. Yeah, but man. So
actually, it was not. It was Ravishing Rick Rude, Larry Zbyszko,
Arn Anderson,
Steve Austin, and I can't remember the other guy.
Bobby Eaton?
Bobby Eaton, I think. Where is it?
I thought maybe Missy Hyatt could have been part of that as well, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Hold on, dude.
Too bad Chris ain't on here. He'd know.
He was just here, so he should have stayed around.
It's past his bedtime, bro.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
usually
after the Dangerous Alliance was fired.
All right, Kodak,
that's
you
just
gotta go, bro. Come on, you gotta go.
Tommy Rich. Rich.
That's it.
Joined Dangerous and Dangerous and Idol. My bad. Yeah, never mind. That's the right group. Missy Hyatt was part of the group at one time. There's different iterations of it, actually. Jack Hart was part of it.
All right. You got to go, bro. You have got to go. Okay, so, tuck ass. There you go.
So which Dangerous Alliance do you want? Because Championship Wrestling Association had one. American Wrestling Association had one. Central Wrestling Federation had one. WCW had one.
WCW.
That's the one.
The WCW, yes. Yeah, so we'll take that one.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the next one though, because we can harp on this forever. Poor Chelsea Green. This was stellar right here. I mean, taking the code red off the top rope, but even before that, Chelsea got busted in her nose, and on top of that, she lost again. Man,
dude, that 619 looked like pure shit. I'm sorry.
Well,
that was bad.
Zelina's 619 was horrible. Yes, that was a love tap and should have never been sold. But
she should have just landed on the apron and maybe gave her like a knee to the face or something. But I guess she can't.
And in WCW, there was a female, and her name was Medusa.
There you go.
Oh yes, okay.
Yes.
Why did I not remember that?
She maybe could have said it in her book. I don't know. I don't know what she talks about in her book. So it's just a wild guess.
I haven't read it yet.
But poor Chelsea Green, though, man, getting busted in the nose and losing to somebody shorter than her. So, it's
Chelsea's my hero. I love Zelina, though, so y'all can. She did do
Zelina's
it very
okay. I still prefer Chelsea Green any day.
100%.
Yeah.
Who was it that Zelina got into it backstage with after the match or before? She got into it with somebody.
That was
God.
It was Chelsea and Piper and Alba, and then that was on SmackDown.
Oh, that was on SmackDown. Yeah, I'm sorry.
That was on
Yeah, that's right.
SmackDown.
Sorry.
Yeah, B-Fab and Mia Yim.
Puh.
No wonder you forgot. I
Yeah,
didn't
that's
watch
definitely
it either.
something I want to forget.
I'm pretty bad though because I watched the opening of SmackDown and in that triple threat and it's like, I don't know.
I thought SmackDown was really good.
Yeah. I saw the opening. I'm like, I'm distracted. I got too many other things happening. So, but we'll talk about one other thing from SmackDown if we have time. So next match though, bro, telling you right now, this is the freaking shot of the night for me. Look at this.
Oh, that was great.
This was great. Ron
Cena. I want that shirt. Dude, I want that shirt bad, bro.
I'm like, how the hell did they do that? I mean, obviously they had to make a special print for him.
I want that shirt so bad it's not funny.
So, Ruby, I know you've seen like what I tagged you in where somebody to the right of Cena or left of Cena as he was walking out and he looked up. Somebody put the old Goldberg sign.
Later. We'll get to that later.
Don't. But no, Ron Cena all the way. Like I want him. So my question is: so Cena hits him with the title. When Raw comes around or SmackDown next week comes around, is R-Truth the same quirky, goofy R-Truth? Or is the title shot going to knock some sense into R-Truth and we're going to get a different version of R-Truth?
Well, we're going to get like another dimension of truth where it's not truth.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because
I'm the match.
I'm not going to lie. Like, R-Truth doing the Ron Cena thing. You remember when, like, Axel was doing Axelmania and Macho Man now?
Yeah.
And stuff. Can we get R-Truth going through like old school wrestlers and pretending to be him because he got hit in the head with the title? Or something like Truth is gold. And I want to see this man do stuff. And I think it'd be funny with R-Truth now going through. Or we revert back to Ron killing and we bring back Ron all the way. And we do a real run with R-Truth in WWE. And at least give him like a sick IC title run or something.
We need Ron the Truth Killings NWA World Championship.
Dude,
material. That's what we need.
So that's what I want to see happen. Like Cena wants to ruin wrestling, right? That's the whole thing. Cena's ruining wrestling. He keeps saying that. And John has always made fun, and we always make fun of R-Truth for being like, oh, that's my childhood hero, all that kind of stuff. What if the title shot smacking the heads does more than what we think it is, and R-Truth goes back to Ron? I would love to see it, dude. I want to see the NWA World's Champion Ron the Truth Killing and back in the WWE. Like, dude, that would be such a sick moment, in my opinion. So.
3 Live Crew Ron Killing.
Dude, please bring primetime Elix Skipper back. I want to do a thing with
dude.
Like, oh my god, please.
Road Dogg, drop some weight. Get back.
Oh, dude, that'd be so sick, bro. It'd be so sick.
Drop weight, he can walk out to the ring with him, do the little spiel, and then Ron wrestles.
Oh yeah, I guess that too.
But here's one thing though. I mean, can we talk about the end of the match?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Other than the Battle of the Jorts here, but yeah. Battle of the Jorts.
I mean, the only thing that's different is the color of the shoes, like what they're wearing.
That's how you can distinguish them. You know, I mean, but
dude, I love this match. This match was so much fun.
But what I was gonna say was like, how many times is Cena gonna do the whole like that? Yeah, like, fake, like, either hit him with the belt or, like, hand the belt to the referee and then kick him in the nuts and then blah, blah, blah.
Are you getting mad about Cena being a bad guy?
No, I'm just saying, like, you think of other ways to be a heel instead of the
Keep doing it. Keep doing it.
This is what's making John Cena right now.
Yeah, this everybody can go fly kites. This is sports entertainment at its finest. Like, go get struck by lightning because this stuff is Cena is for the first time I'm watching John Cena and it makes me mad that I want to be a fan, but at the same time I want to stay true to my laurels and be like, screw you, Cena, because I've never liked this guy. Like, he's always been a jabroni to me. Like, Edge, Orton, Punk. There's so many other wrestlers that were such just, I don't know, they reminded me they were the professional wrestlings and sports entertainment. I think that's what it was. John Cena is the epitome of sports entertainment. That doesn't mean that he was never a good wrestler, actually, because he was. He was fun to watch. Go back and watch his OVW stuff. You guys are missing out. There was great stuff down there when he was down there with Leviathan. If you don't know, the Leviathan. But yeah, Cena was awesome down there as the prototype. He was great. So to see his growth and his change, he's one of those guys like
robotics.
I'm going to always dislike, and that's another thing. That promo afterwards when he's talking to Jay after all this, right? After everything's done, and they finally get like to Jay and stuff, he's like, and it's just a robotic promo. That's all it was. He was being so robotic. John Cena's better on a different level, and people don't realize it. That's my thought. Like, he's still a jabroni, but I'm loving this sports entertainment to the finest.
And we'll get back to him in just a moment here, but let's get to the steel cage match. Let's talk about right here. So the whole jab to the throat from the chair on Drew McIntyre from Damian Priest and hitting the South of Heaven. And then right after that, here comes a concerto that he just hit. As you see the referee in the background, just
great ref, by the way. Great ref.
Yeah. Great ref.
Okay, so once again, I focus in on a lot different stuff than everybody else does. The fact that they brought up Edge, the fact that they brought up how this is how Damian Priest ended his mentor in the Judgment Day.
Yes.
I was there for that too.
Beautiful stuff. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. This match was awesome. And then the body the whole time. Just bringing up the fact that he's like 35 years ago, this would never have been seen on national TV. You would never see a cage match. And go ahead.
Can we bring up the fact that he was watching these cage matches, and back in the day, they didn't have a referee, and he's agging on like, how are you gonna win a match with just going out the door of the cage? Brother, you were in the 80s when they had these cage matches where there was no referee. It's either you had to go over the top or through the door. Those are the rules. What are you smoking, Jesse?
No, body was. Don't shit on the body because he was great about it. Like,
I'm gonna start doing a conspiracy theory on Jesse Ventura's brain because he don't know what the hell he's talking about.
The fact that he kept putting over the fact that there's only one way to win and it's escape the cage. These wrestlers today just pin the wrestler. Like, you don't do that, you escape. It's about escaping. And then he walked out the door. For him to shit on that part of it, dude, it's where's the tough men? The tough men would have went over the top. But no, Priest had to put McIntyre down. He put McIntyre down. And with a little bit more salt to the wound, walked out the door, Mr. Body.
Right, and then that's how
he did like that casual like look back, like he was about to go do some more damage after the match was over, or right before the match was over, and the steps down.
Yep,
dude. Actually, I would have preferred it almost in some sense for him to walk back in there and just like boots to him one more time. Then
I thought like since that's Drew's write off, I thought they probably would have.
I mean, this is salt on the wound for McIntyre.
100%.
So yeah, and by the way, let's just before we do another Saturday night's main event, please get some commentary rules down. Don't talk over the ring announcer. Don't talk over the entrances. Don't points where others are not talking. That does not give you your cue to just start rambling your mouth. Okay,
I love
we missed you, but there's a time and a place. You did not know your time, Jess.
I do agree with you. As a commentator, I do agree.
Please,
I do like
yeah.
that idea though, of like the documentary of like Jesse going all over the Saturday night main events.
That would
Yeah.
be sick.
Yeah,
I
I
can't
do
remember who
like
brought
this
that up, though.
format though. I do like this format of the show, what they're bringing back. I like the ropes. I like the referees and the old school blue and the black bow tie. I like how they're bringing legends back. So let's keep doing that. That's what makes this event special. So
I do have to say this too. So it dawned on me last night as I'm watching Drew McIntyre walk to the ring, and nobody can argue this with me. Drew McIntyre does Jack Perry way better than Jack Perry. Watch Drew McIntyre walk to the ring and how he is, and like how like his whole arc has been, and the like some of his promos, they're just Jack Perry promos done better. You can't argue. You can't argue, dude. It's just like Damian Priest being Timu Undertaker.
and here's what I'll say: I will take your word for it because I don't watch Jack Perry. So.
I know. It's just funny to me. And then the best part about it, and I might have been over the trees yesterday, and that's why I'm feeling this way. But the best part about it is the fact that Drew McIntyre still took the photo of Jack Perry in the hotel, not the hotel, the airport, when they ran into each other, because it's the same
That's
thing.
funny.
Like, it's beautiful. I love it.
That is funny. That is funny.
But this was my match of the night right here. I'm not gonna lie. I thoroughly enjoyed this cage match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we go into the main event, which of course is for the World Heavyweight Championship. We're going to skip toward the end to where Jay had it, and then he gets pulled out of the. There's assault in the wound, by the way, from Damian Priest. So
That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
So we get Cody Rhodes to return, right?
Why are you going straight to this? We didn't even talk about Jay and Logan Paul.
This is part of the match. I don't know why.
Going to Cody Rhodes, overcoming everything and pushing everybody aside because he's a screen hog. No, I'm just kidding. That's what the internet was saying. It was. Yeah. It really was. People were like, Cody ruins everything again. Taking Jay's moment.
Well, Jay got his moment. The thing about that is that the referee gets pulled out by John Cena, so there's no call to the match. Cena goes in and starts beating up on freaking Jey Uso, and then here comes Cody, freaking tackles Cena, and then eventually gets him in the crossroads. Then Logan Paul's getting ready to hit him with the knucks. That doesn't work out, and freaking Jay super kicks him, and then hits the big frog splash and pins him right here, which leads up. So he retains, and then we're gonna get this at Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank.
So we're getting a tag title match right here. So it's going to be John Cena.
Just a tag match, not a tag title match.
Did I say tag? No,
yeah,
I
you did. It's okay.
Team.
Yeah, you whatever.
I'm not even thinking about tag team championships because I barely see them anymore, other than if it's SmackDown.
What are you talking about?
Where's
Street
the
Profits
War Raiders at? Where are they at?
Well, we're going to see them tomorrow night, if not mistaken. But that's Street Profits versus.
Hell of a job trying to help Jay up. He did a half-ass. Oh, let me help you up, and then he just lets him fall back down.
He's got to hold the stick. He can't do everything.
Cody Rhodes is ruining everything. It's not even Cena ruining wrestling. It's Cody Rhodes.
You can't mess with my promo. Get up on your own.
I'll just hold your hand.
You got your tag team partner. I got my brother. We'll see you at Money in the Bank. As he drops Jay.
You okay, brother? Sorry about dropping you. Oh, shoot.
But this is two different worlds. Like, you're looking on your left-hand side, you're looking Logan Paul, John Cena. That is sports entertainment at its finest.
Yeah.
On the right-hand side, that's professional. Well, I don't know. Jay's pretty sports entertainment.
Logan Paul is about 4 times better wrestler than John Cena. Sorry, I've said it.
We're not arguing about that. We're arguing about whose sides, because Cena's here to ruin wrestling, and it would be a damn shame if a YouTuber became your world's heavyweight champion.
No, well, never did. So,
Well, I mean, saying like it still could happen. There's time.
yeah.
The
Well,
twists, the turns.
well, Jey Uso's next big defense is on June 9th against Gunther on Raw. So,
Gunther.
Gunther. Or, I forgot who says it wrong, but there's people who said it wrong. So,
People, how do you say Gunther wrong?
Gunther. Is that how you say it? If
Gunther.
not, screw it. Okay, I don't care. You know what I mean. So
Gunther.
screw it. Gunther, whatever.
Gunther.
Begins with G, ends in R. You know what else ends with?
Stop it.
Never mind.
Ginger.
Goober. So Ginger Goober.
I am pretty excited to see this match. How does John and Logan match up together as a unit? Do we get an awesome celebration at the post conference of Jay and Cody again?
Dang, Frank hates Cena.
Yes, I knew I liked Frank Murphy. That's my dude. Cena does suck, but he is sports entertainment at its finest.
Damn.
Still hard to find people that do a better promo than him. Very few.
Dude, even that promo with him and Jay in the back right before this all, like that promo was good. I don't care what anyone says. Like I was enthralled in that promo. I was like, let's go. There's
like two people on the level of him. It's Cody and Paul.
Oh, there's more than that. Because I'd almost put Drew McIntyre at this point up there. Drew's got so good, it's not funny. Don't even try to play. Don't even. And honorable mention, Samoa Joe would smack both these guys on the stick. Don't even. That's a whole nother conversation.
Okay, we can have that conversation.
Not now. We're talking about Saturday Night Main Event. Stop getting sidetracked, squirrel.
Now, we're signing off from Saturday Night's Main Event. We're going to go to our next segment. How's that?
Yes.
So this is our special
yes, let's do that, Eric Cartman.
What?
What?
What the hell are you talking about? What's your problem?
He called one of us Eric Cartman.
I was referring to Zach, not you, Ruby.
The three guys, I'm going here.
Wow. Okay. All right. So going on to our next segment, shut up. Of wrestlers who served. So.
Oh shit!
Thank you for your service, by the way.
Yeah. So we got a list of 10. We got a list of 10 notable stars and wrestlers that have served. Served our country, and of course took to the square circle afterwards. Mostly, yeah. So everything was usually before. So I'm going to pull up our first one here. Dirty.
Yes.
Dirty Touch
The people.
Filter. That's right.
I love that shit.
Dude, him and Jack Swagger was awesome together. Sorry, Ruby, continue.
Cesaro?
We'll be good. Shh.
No, I was going to say, well, Dutch actually served as a member of the U.S. Army's 25th Infantry Division, and he actually served in Vietnam for a year before he returned to the U.S. and found his calling in professional wrestling afterwards. So
Vietnam.
He served in Nam. So, so that whole "Don't Tread on Me" and all that with the All-American Jack Swagger, that was all.
Oh, don't buy this for a second. Jack Hager. I've always liked Jack.
It was funny as hell. We used to, when they would have pay-per-views, like we'd all used to go to show me's before they, had the network and shit. And when they would come up and wrestle, me, Chris, and our friend Mike would all stand up and do the "We the People" in the middle of the restaurant.
Bro, all the time. All the time. I had my "We the People" shirt, bro, with the hand on the chest. Yeah, that shirt was baller, man.
I love the "We the People" gimmick. I love that. I love when Zeb Coulter with Jack Swagger.
Dude, when he rolled out on the damn,
and then Cesaro joined.
That was great.
That's one of the 19 great tag teams that Cesaro made.
Right.
Nobody can argue me that Cesaro's the greatest tag team partner ever.
Cesaro's number one tag team made The Bar.
No, thank you. I was going to say that.
I don't know about that one, man. Kings of Wrestling.
I don't know. I prefer The Bar.
Him and Chris Hero were pretty tight back in the day, dog. That was a pretty good tag team.
Yeah, where you can go to solve your problems, the bar.
It was because we don't set the bar; we are
We
Are
are
the
the
bar.
bar. That's why I got that when I met him like a couple weeks ago. We did that pose.
my buddy Jason Corson, part of We Talk Wrestling. Him and I have the bar shirt together, and got to go like one day. We didn't even know it was happening, and we worked together at Sam's Club, and we came to work together wearing it. And so there's a sick photo of us on the internet doing it because that's one of our favorite tag teams. By the way, I said that tag team should have been a tag team 2 to 3 years before it ever became a tag team.
Nice. Oh, so our next one here is going a different route. But we got Mr. Steve Macklin here, the current TNA International Champion.
Great guy.
He's a proud veteran of the United States Marine Corps. Macklin served as a machine gunner at the 0331 Infantry with 2nd Battalion at the 8th Marines Weapon Company from 2007 to 2011. And proudly serving on the front lines, Macklin did 2 tours in Afghanistan before being honorably discharged. And then right on to wrestling after that. So mad props to Steve Macklin. Definitely, he's bulletproof, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Obviously, so if he's going to do 2 tours in Afghanistan and coming home safe. So
Isn't he doing a? Didn't he just get put in a match? Who's he wrestling at?
oh
Collide,
yeah,
right?
he's got a match Thursday on Impact. He's defending that against I forgot who.
I can't remember who it was now.
They announced it too, and I totally forgot. They got a lot going on. We'll come.
I'm looking.
We'll come back to that. So let's go with
Number 8.
oh, they're not necessarily ranked, but I just
Oh, you didn't know?
You didn't know he served? Yeah, he did. The Road Dogg served. So after and it's kind of funny. This takes a little bit of a twist, of course, with the legendary Armstrong family trained with his dad Bob. After he competed in his first match in '86, Road Dogg made the selfless decision to put his career on hold and join the United States Marine Corps. We're seeing a a trend here with the Marines. After serving a tour of duty, he made his return back to sports entertainment and, of course, competing in WCW and Smoky Mountain Wrestling before coming back to WWE as the roadie, and then so on, and then the
roadie.
That
Jeff
shit was
Jarrett.
so underrated.
Yeah, that was so great.
So you can tell me that, but when I was a kid, when he came in as the roadie, I despised Jeff Jarrett. Could not stand him as a child. So Road Dogg unfortunately got sidelined because of that for me.
Hey, but when he got to DX, he became cooler, right? So,
hey, Steve Macklin is facing always ready Matt Cardona. That's
oh my god, how could I forget? Oh my gosh. I mean, when's Matt Cardona gonna get some gold again, man?
Dude, I want to see him. I just want to see him back in WWE with his wife. That's all I want to see.
Facts, mad facts.
Them two together would be money.
Yeah. By the way, getting back to this real quick, he was a great singer. He's one who did With My Baby Tonight, not Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett did the whole Milli Vanilli thing and covered him up. Freaking jerk.
No, so disrespectful.
No, Road Dogg is the dude, though. He is one of the best to do it.
Yeah,
one of my favorites.
Oh man, so we went to dogging on him here just a little bit ago, and now we're gonna give him his flowers again. So now we're bringing back Jesse the Body Ventura.
Yes.
So before he ventured into the wrestling world, Jesse the Body Ventura served in the U.S. Navy. He graduated from the physically and mentally demanding basic underwater demolition school, which was one of the elements of Navy SEAL training. Though not a SEAL, Ventura served as a UDT Frogman, a group that was eventually merged with the SEALs, and was stationed in the Philippines during the Vietnam War. So he did. He
Damn
had
strike
some.
again.
He had SEAL training, but he wasn't necessarily I guess classified as a SEAL. But that's
It doesn't
still
matter.
that's
He was
demanding work, man. That is demanding work. I don't care what anybody says.
I'm going to say it's the best branch because my great grandfather was a U.S. Navy SEAL.
I agree.
Still is to me one of the best. Like, that's where I wanted to go, but unfortunately, the U.S. military is like, no, can't take you.
Yeah.
When you're honest on the test.
Physically, I couldn't because of my epilepsy and having heart surgery. They wouldn't allow me to do anything.
Yeah. I know that's horrible. I know, but I was kind of sadly disappointed when he got annihilated in Predator. So it's like, where's your SEALs training there, buddy?
Yeah, that was disrespectful.
Yeah. What about
Jesse's not going to get taken out by a predator.
Yeah. So. And we mentioned tag team champions here just a bit ago, and now we're going to go to one current tag team champion in Montez Ford. Montez Ford was enrolled in his high school's JROTC and enlisted in the Marine Corps right after graduation. He served from 2008 to 2012, and he handled defense travel system plans for his battalion. His duties included arranging travel for Marines if they needed training. So I guess once again another Marine Corps for 4 years, and he served his time and got honorably discharged. Leaving, and now he went on to the business. So
If you go on to We Talk Wrestling, by the way, last night, maybe it was last night or Friday night. It was last night. I wrote up a what if dream match scenario if Street Profits met Harlem Heat in the squared circle.
That would be good.
Yes. Yes, it would.
we wouldn't hear Booker T on commentary, so that
well, they
that's
just
a light in itself.
They remind. I love the Street Profits. We all know that I'm a huge Dawkins fan. I'm not against Montez. Montez is a great guy, but Dawkins is my dude when it comes to in the ring. But they remind me of like a new aged version of Harlem Heat when I was watching them Friday night. So I had to write it up. Dude, go read it. It's pretty cool. It's a what if scenario, but Harlem Heat does go over, just so you know.
I can see that. But yeah, so moving on to the next one. This one, we're going to go old school here, guys. You thought you went old school with Jesse. You recognize this guy?
Oh, yes.
Classy Freddie Blassie. Yeah. You pencil neck geek.
Yes.
Blassie, who also was an accomplished competitor in his own right during the 50s and 60s, who would then become one of the greatest managers of all time and, of course, WWE Hall of Famer. Before his heyday of wrestling, Blassie was a World War II veteran who served in the U.S. Navy, stationed in the Pacific Theater for more than 3 years. Blassie won the 7th Naval District Championship for boxing and wrestling while serving. So he did it in 2 sports. Discharged after the war in 1946 as a petty officer second class, the Hall of Famer initially began his wrestling career as Sailor Freddie Blassie before he became the fashion plate of professional wrestling. So, I'm taking that Blassie was from the STL, I believe. So, definitely not Montez Ford. So,
one of the. See, this is where like managers get sketchy for me because he goes on the Mount Rushmores. You know how we talk about that? Like Freddie Blassie was a great manager.
Oh my gosh, he was the greatest. I mean, he
was awesome.
He had the Sheik. He had Hogan before Hulkamania. I mean, he had a lot of
awesome.
I mean, he managed a lot of.
It wasn't Hogan then. He was still Terry Boulder, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Terry
when Freddie?
Boulder. Yeah. he did change over to like the Incredible Hulk Hogan after the Boulder and everything else, and then he did his, that was in the early, like we're talking like 80, 81.
You know,
Eventually, yeah, Hogan eventually went over to Vern Gagne and for AWA before he came back and did the Hulkamania stint after defeating the Sheik. So
his real name, by the way, is a legit wrestling name, and I think it'd be sick.
yeah. You're talking about Freddie Blassie?
No, Hogan. Terry Boulder just sounds like a wrestler's name. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hulk Hogan.
No, his real name sounds like somebody throwing up. Terry Blair.
Blair.
There you go.
But
He said, "Bleh."
he was
There you
Hogan
go.
then. Okay.
Yeah, so he was Hogan then. Okay,
Interesting.
Cool. Interesting. Ah,
Terry
so we're
Boulder.
gonna bring up a face that actually I believe is no longer involved in the business after being released from WWE. But let's give the flowers as they need be. But look at it. I miss Lacey Evans. I don't care what
I do
anybody
too,
says.
actually.
So Lacey Evans.
Her NXT stuff was the bomb.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I like this.
She was plucked from there too soon, too, in my opinion. But
Oh yeah, absolutely. Before she was recruited though by the Performance Center, Evans joined the United States Marine Corps at the age of 19, serving in the Marine Corps SWAT team, a unit similar of that to the civilian SWAT teams, where she was a military police officer and a member of the Special Reaction Team at her base. Evans served for 5 years before leaving the military to go on to pursue her professional wrestling career. So
she has crazy ass workouts, bro.
Oh yeah,
her workout sessions are nuts.
yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, to be in the military and have like insane workouts, that should be in line. Especially when we were talking about Marine Corps and Navy SEAL and just about with anything military. I mean, dude, you got to go through basic training to go on to the next step, man. You don't get through basic training, then I mean, obviously you got to be tough to get through.
I wish they'd bring her back. I'd miss her. Actually, you're right. We need Lacey.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you bring her back along, I mean, could you imagine could you imagine what type of what a tag team her and Chelsea Green could be with the sophisticated lady and the hot mess?
And then Matt Cardona there. Oh my god! Holy cow, dude!
I just made Zmiz's jaw.
Yeah. Wouldn't even thought about. Could you see her being like a female JBL and then like going after Zelina Vega and stuff? And
yeah, well,
the magic those women could perform. OMG.
The segments would be gold. You don't even have to see wrestling.
Bring her back for Evolution. Yeah. Because we're getting Evolution this year.
I'm nerding out right now in my head, just letting you know. Like my my fire receptors are just like do. My dopamines.
Let's see. We got a few more. I think we got a few more left here for you. So our next one, right here, Bobby
The Almighty.
The Almighty.
Lashley.
So Lashley actually comes from a big the entire family comes from a military background where his father was an Army drill sergeant for over 24 years. His uncle fought in the Vietnam War, and one of his sisters served in the Air Force. And Bobby himself served in the United States Army for over 3 years before setting his sights to go to Ohio Valley Wrestling and start his training to become a professional wrestler. So,
not to mention, he was part of Army's 101st Airborne Division.
Yes, right.
Bobby's the beast, dude. He really is.
Yeah, I mean he's doing well. How many dogs you got over there?
Do you have a chupacabra on your lap?
I don't know what kind it is. It's a little. Hey, look, this one's a hell of a lot less a pain in the ass than the other one. This one's chill.
That one also has no hair, so
I kind of dig it. But yeah, Bobby's neither does Bobby actually.
hey y'all, check out my
No
skin.
hair.
Bobby's the dude. Him and the stuff that him and the Hurt Syndicate are doing in AEW right now is 100% worth a watch, guys. Just
I watched Dynamite.
Yeah, their stuff is amazing.
And then let's see, our next one we got on tap here for you. Good old Perry Saturn.
Yeah, that guy's great.
Yeah.
Where's Moppy?
That blew me up too. Like I wasn't expecting that. I forgot he was there.
Yeah. So
best Death Valley driver in the business.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Love his DVD.
Oh, dude. I was a huge Perry Saturn fan. I made a wrestler on wrestling called Ciampa. That's funny for me, by the way, because of Ciampa now. But his name was Ciampa, and he had Perry Saturn's moves and stuff, and was grunged out like the Flock back in the day.
But started, his military experience though started at the age of 17, and he would serve 4 years in the United States Army as an airborne ranger, before starting his next adventure to become a professional wrestler under the tutelage of the legendary Killer Kowalski. Yeah. So, yeah. So, I'm telling you, my favorite phase of Saturn here. I loved it when when the Radicals came in. I'm sorry, man. That to me, I loved the Radicals when they came in.
Too bad they all got hurt.
It was him. It was Dean Malenko. It was
Eddie.
Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero.
Yes,
the four greats. I'm sorry, those guys were the whole reason I watched WCW. When they moved over and switched ships, that's when I started really clicking over, because Perry Saturn is legitimately one of my favorite wrestlers.
Yeah. So it was kind of, great factions in 2000. There was quite a few, but I mean, we're talking about Union, the Union, and of course the Mean Street Posse was one of them. But this was one of my favorites, the Radicals and Perry Saturn. I mean, to get these guys on the map over from their competitive company, and they could have gone over in the perfect time, because WCW 2000 was that was 52 weeks of hell. It was just a mess in WCW.
Yeah, it was terrible.
So, yeah, if you want to feel better about yourself in life, go watch a week of WCW 2000. You'll be feeling better by the day is over. Oh, shoot. One last one here for you guys. Get ready for this photo. I think you'll like this one.
If you missed one of them, I'm going to be okay.
There you go.
You did miss the one I was going to say. This is great.
Well, good old Randy Orton. So, unfortunately, Randy did not have the greatest of military careers here. He would enlisted in the United States Marine Corps before getting into the wrestling business. And, of course, it was not really the life for him, as he was recorded absent several times, AWOL, which is absent without official leave, and was dishonorably discharged after over a year from enlisting. But this will lead to the most memorable journey he's ever had, as being one of the greatest third-generation athletes of all time. I'm not going to say wrestler. I'm going to say athlete, because this guy, I mean, he can do quite a few things, and acting on one of the. Then he was one that started in 12 Rounds Part 2, right? I think it was.
Correct. The better of the two.
The better of the two.
Well, I think there's another one too. I think Drew McIntyre did one. Not Drew McIntyre. Dean
John
Ambrose.
Cena did the first one.
Dean Ambrose, if I'm not mistaken, had one too.
Oh boy. Is that like a tame John Moxley?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is it that bad? It won't even go on Tubi. So, yeah.
You didn't say.
So what did I miss? What did I miss?
Can we do an honorable mention? Brian Adams Crush serving in the Air Force.
Yeah,
that's my honorable mention. Is
Okay.
Brian Adams.
They're also talking about Kevin Nash too, and it's like,
Well, he's a parachuter supposedly, but that's probably where he broke his quad. Sorry, it's 2025. We should make fun of Nash or his quads anymore.
Dude, that's effed up, man.
I'll say, you see him in the dictionary, how not to break your quad. There's a picture of Nash.
I think he's got a YouTube video out on it.
He has a tutorial on not to tear your quad.
How to not tear your quad.
That poor guy.
That's right, that part. Yeah, I mean, there might have been a couple others I probably have missed, but
No, Brian Adams is the one I was hoping you were going to put on the list.
Oh yeah, well,
good old Crush.
Well, those are probably the biggest names everybody will know of.
I don't care.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about them in general, jackass.
Well.
We're being children over here. So let's get to Battleground now. Or what else you got planned for us?
No, I think that's about it. Well, there's one other thing here I probably might want to talk about here real quick, and I don't know if I put it. Let's see. Oh, let's. Did I have this photo up here? I might have. Did I put it up?
By the way, I was really happy when Randy shaved his face from this because my wife really gushed over him when this was Randy Orton.
Oh. Yeah. Well, let's talk about one thing for SmackDown real quick here, and because we're getting some different mixed feelings about how this happened at the end of SmackDown, the return of the Wyatt Six.
I don't understand it, but I'm whatever.
I don't either. I mean,
okay, so if we go the route of Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy are as a tag team, and this is the Wyatt Six is we're implementing ourselves now in the tag team, but with Joe Gacy and Dexter, I'm actually here for it because I want to see Eric Rowan go into the U.S. title hunt.
Yes,
mainly because I want an Eric Rowan Jacob Fatu match.
Big motherfucker.
Can I just get two big dudes smacking each other, just beating the? I will just and I think Eric and Jacob would give us that match. So if we're getting Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis, personally, two of my favorites that were in NXT that didn't really get their comeuppance. Yeah, they just weren't. I'm here for it because Joe Gacy is fire in the ring, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know what. I didn't expect him to come back, but like I said, there have been some plans where Alexa Bliss is not even going to be part of it. But I mean, who's really driving the ship here? You know, we haven't seen these guys for weeks, and all of a sudden they're back. So,
part of me kind of thinks that they did that return that night just because it was Bray's birthday.
It was Bray's birthday. It was, yeah.
Because they did that thing where he blew out a candle. He's like, "This is for you, Bray." Boom. Then show was over.
Okay, so I get it, but could we have not had any teasers? I mean, I didn't watch all of it. Was there any distorted fuzzy white noise pictures or anything, or QR codes? There's nothing, right?
No.
So
there was nothing up to it. No.
Lights went out.
So all of a sudden this happens. I mean, I don't understand it. I mean, you're just playing this in, and they're just attacking everybody. So,
we'll see what happens. Sit back and relax.
So we might get these guys for another 4 weeks, and then they're going to take another 4 months off. I mean, it's just
one of them got hurt pretty bad.
It was Bo.
Yeah. Bo got injured.
Oh,
Is why they were off.
You really can't have them there without him there. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
just
no,
doesn't-
that's true. That's true.
But I
And
mean,
Joe Gacy looks totally stranged out now.
dude, I love Joe Gacy. Love the crap out of him.
Yeah, yeah.
Such an underrated talent.
Let's see. I'm going to.
Oh, fudge.
I'm pumped for this. I'm ready to see what happens with these guys.
Yeah. Well, let's get on to our.
But they did ruin a really good tag team match. That kind of pissed me off.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. I mean, I don't think title was going to change hands, but you know,
I don't care. But Fraxium versus Street Profits, man, dude, that match was cooking.
Yeah, it was. All right, so let's get to NXT Battleground. So this was the opening match, I believe, the Women's North American Championship with Sal Ruka and Kalani Jordan, which was a spectacular match and a new version of the Soul Snatcher.
Yeah.
Man, if you guys did you guys see that? Man,
I might have been distracted now. I thought I did, but
so Soul was on the top turnbuckle and she sprung out toward the center of the ring. She did a inverted shooting star to catch Kalani and do the Soul Snatcher like right in the center of the ring.
Clean as hell too.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to have to go back and look at that out. I mean, the two women these two. They lit that night up, bro.
Yeah. So.
There's only one thing, like I didn't see it. I think I was taking the dogs out at the time, but like I guess there was, those obvious where the ref like does 1, 2 and takes forever to hit 3. I guess everybody was complaining about that.
So there's a couple of those tonight, and we heard a couple of ref you suck chants here tonight, and so, but a packed house again here. Tampa showed up for NXT, bro.
Yeah, it was awesome.
But wasn't it? Now, here's the thing I was kind of confused about because they marketed it as WWE Underground or Battleground, but not so much with NXT. And it's like WWE Battleground Tampa. It's like, this is NXT show, so why are you taking that away?
Bro, that night, tonight, felt very NXT might be getting ready to step into its new form, my guy. Because it felt more of WWE NXT, not NXT being its own separate entity. NXT's had this really nice growth rate here recently where it doesn't feel like it's less than Raw or SmackDown.
Equal.
No, it doesn't. In fact, it's probably better than SmackDown.
In a lot of ways. In a lot of ways it is. NXT, you can sit there in NXT and you're not bored at any moment. The stories are progressing. The characters are, lively and different and new.
There's no piss break.
Yeah, NXT's this whole new breed. And tonight it really felt like they were main stage in it kind of thing. Like this, we're putting you in the focal point. Because if you think they're bringing in AAA, if all that kind of stuff... is NXT now really not? They say it's the minor leagues of WWE, but really is it? In a sense, you know what I'm saying?
It's really. I don't consider them the minor leagues. I don't. Ever since they got to like the silver and black or whatever it is, once they got rid of the whole Fruity Pebble shenanigans, they seem to step their game up. And yes, I know Braun Breaker came from there, Tiffany Stratton came from there. There's a lot of other guys that came from the Rainbow brand, whatever. Okay, I get it. It's just I couldn't watch it because it was like I was watching some freaking hoodlum wrestling with all the freaking graffiti and fruit all over the place. But
you need to go back. You need to go back and watch it all because
watch it.
Once I realized it was just a terrible '90s sitcom, it got better.
What, 90210?
The Fruity Pebble era of it was a sitcom. It really was. Dude. You had Chase U, you had Fatal Influence. It was super.
Oh yeah,
90s sitcom, bro. It was great.
Saved by the Bell was better. You know.
Dude, don't ever say that. Yeah, don't ever say that. Chase U's the bomb.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
shit.
But no, NXT's on another level.
So
This made
we
me
got,
happy.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is a great match.
So this is Okazawa that came back, right? To help
Yes.
Hank and Tank and Josh. So Hank and Tank and Josh Briggs defeat the Culling. Boy, I'm telling you, man. You would think the Culling would have a stronger influence as a faction, but I'll tell you what. Izzy Dame is probably the favorite part of that faction.
I still like the group. I still want to see where they go. I'm kind of upset they keep losing, but maybe there's a bigger storyline.
Well, I mean, Hank and Tank are the NXT tag champs, so I mean, it's like they're not going to
Right.
And for Josh Briggs to get his partner back from Japan, and everybody's happy here.
When is one of these two going to turn and take out Hank and Tank?
I'm all for it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Briggs is a way better bad guy than good guy. So, I mean, I can't say that actually because he does pretty good. I've met him once at a Glory Pro show.
I met him once.
I did. Well,
it's always Glory Pro.
He's one of those guys. Like I like him, but at the same time, there's better guys. If that makes sense.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
Like it's nothing against him, and like no disrespect to him whatsoever. There's just better guys that are more seasoned, I guess, in a sense. But this duo, I dig these two together. To see them go and flip, I think that's where the money is. So
yeah.
I like how Booker was like, I don't see why they need to worry about their tag titles and who's facing them next, not this damn tag team match right here.
Right. Booker's making sense for once.
Right. Oh, well, let's get to the match that involves the family, and this is where we have a lot. We got more questions now. So Lucas shows up after Tony D'Angelo has Stacks down, man, and he just stood there. And Tony D'Angelo just got distracted. The referee was distracted by Luca, and Stacks kicks D'Angelo right in between the legs from behind.
Right up Main Street.
Yeah, right up Main Street. It hits a big knee to the back of the head, which ends up costing him the match. And we've seen I don't think there's been any mention of Rizzo, has there? We haven't seen
not as late. Well, Stacks went to go visit Lorenzo somewhere.
No, I'm talking about Rizzo. I'm talking about the
Rizzo. Yeah, Stacks went to go visit her. That's when the Don and Lorenzo had that conversation like 2 weeks ago or something, or a week ago.
Yeah,
but well,
maybe I'm tripping, but like I don't know who said it was Booker. I think it was actually the dude that's in the middle. I suck with names on commentary. Zach.
You're talking about Vic Joseph?
Yeah, Vic Joseph.
Yeah, he said something about the guy that just returned from like the desert or something. At one point during commentary.
That's where he was. That's where D'Angelo left him,
Luca
right?
was in the desert.
He
Luca
left him in the desert.
They couldn't find him. So
I didn't know that story.
So the underboss is trying to overtake being the Don. So
I'm confused where this is going because I really like
too.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This is probably one of my disappointments of NXT right now because I like the D'Angelo family as a whole. I don't understand why we're breaking or what the payout. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm interested, but right now it's not. But I'm a huge Tony D'Angelo fan, so it's kind of like what's going on.
Yeah, I get you. So the next one, then this is afterwards. Here, Luca was trying to come up and give him a hug, and D'Angelo said, "Nope, you just stood there and just watched me get my ass handed to me. So no." And then he walks out of the ring. So
screw you, Cat.
Yeah, I don't understand the breaking up the family. I don't get it.
Yeah. And let's see. Then of course we had.
It's a good faction too. It's really sad. Mm-hmm. This match was stunning.
Yeah. This right here. Yeah. This was something else. So this was the shot of the night. So. with Jordan Grace in pain, and then Stephanie Vaquer just showing off the belt to the crowd. And well,
These two tore the house down.
yeah, they did.
And they kept showing a shot of those two ladies from AAA.
That kept eyeing Stephanie.
Yeah, because they met in the backstage area after the match too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing is, like, where do we go with Jordan after this? I mean, for me, her versus Soul would be sick, and her finally getting her comeuppance and maybe taking the North American title for a little bit would be pretty legit. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, I look at it as this, right? This is her first shot. Well, this is actually her third shot at the NXT Championship, but this
Correct.
is the first match against Stephanie. Okay,
Correct.
so what do you do from here? Do you I have an idea what you can do.
Sidearm
Money in the
bro.
Bank.
Actually, that'd be
Well,
kind of legit.
I mean, I think she should get another opportunity to myself. But I think she'll have to work her way up to like a number one contendership. But I think eventually in the long run though, or I mean, right now Stephanie Vaquer is just unstoppable. I mean, she hasn't lost. I don't believe. So
I don't think
as
so.
far as like in singles matches. So she never lost a women's North American title. So like on one-on-one matches, she's undefeated. So
I mean,
Did she win that one on Raw?
yeah,
No, it went to a no contest, right?
yeah. There you go. Yeah,
I went to a no count. Yeah. So
yeah, I think
So
she's
undefeated.
technically still undefeated.
yeah, it's just technically.
Well, I mean, what if they do this? Like, say, if whether it's Raw or SmackDown, they have two girls from that brand, and then she comes in as the third for like at the NXT or not the NXT, but the Money in the Bank qualifier. I could see that
Potentially. I mean, Jordan just got to NXT. Let's let her sit there for a minute too. That's the weird thing about how TNA is right now. Like, she made that migration over, and I feel like she's been there already longer than she should. So it's weird, but I'm also a Grace fan, so.
Well, I mean,
I'll be
also,
curious to see where it
she had
goes.
the 2 year. I mean, the 2 years of being in the Royal Rumble too. That's kind of putting her ahead of other people.
Oh, I agree.
All right, guys.
You're
I
good.
want to make sure I get my.
But we also got to remember too, NXT right now has a super, super, super deep female roster. like super deep.
Yeah, I mean, definitely super deep, but also to the point to where, they. I mean, it's not as deep as like the main roster, but
I'm just talking pure talent.
Oh yeah, pure talent, of course, right?
There's a reason Julia and Roxanne just jumped up to the main roster. It's overflowing with just pure talent.
Mm-hmm.
Pound for pound, the NXT female roster is arguably the most talented female roster currently in professional wrestling.
Fact.
Yep, fact.
And that's even me giving strokes to certain wrestlers I'm not that big a fan of.
Yeah.
Because you'll get a legitimate match no matter who they put in the ring.
Yeah, even yeah.
Right.
Like,
yep.
So yeah.
Basically, we won't take a poop break.
No.
Right. So the next match was, of course, the NXT Championship. This was Miles Bourne getting a shot at Obafemi. But
Miles Bourne is money.
Yeah,
that's
money,
all I'm saying.
Obafemi just barely escaped out, and of course, Obafemi is still your NXT champion. I don't know where this is going to go. I mean, I don't know who Oba's next big challenge is going to come from.
The look back and nod was amazing. No, we already know Jasper's coming for that title, bro. LFG.
Oh yeah, Jasper's.
They just I like because I know it's a random thing to watch, but I looked up it's like a TNA thing and I'm watching like Sting and Kurt Angle, but it said on a commercial that it said he's coming next week. He'll be there.
Who?
The dude that won the Jasper.
Yeah, Jasper. He attacked Obafemi this last week on NXT.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jasper's the next one up, but Miles Bourne is money, man. That kid just gets better and better. Or as the internet likes to say, Randy's son. He looks just like Randy Orton, man.
He does.
But no, Jasper's coming for Mr. Obafemi. And Jasper is going to, that match is going to be sick, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nice.
But no,
then
this match is fun.
This was a fun match. Yes, it was. But then we all, if you're listening earlier, we were kind of spilling out the main event. But
this is ridiculous.
Here we go. Trick Williams officially the TNA World Champion, and
I like it.
Whoop that Trick.
So here's a question: is he going to basically stick around on NXT holding the TNA title hostage, or is he going to really show up at TNA tapings taking that? Because also keep in mind too that Mike Santana had made proclamations that he's going to look at who's won this match. So we might see a showdown between Mike Santana and Trick Williams Tuesday night. You never know.
I think take my money. Back forth between both.
Take my money. Take my money. Mike Santana versus Trick Williams. Take my money. We all know I'm a big Mike Santana dude.
Yeah, we might get that at Slammiversary.
Oh my little heart cannot stay silent. That would. Oh, this is gonna be sick, man. Let's see what they do. Let's see if because this is gonna be the first WWE superstar holding the TNA title, and the internet likes to compare and contrast times when AEW was there supposedly helping TNA. Let's see how this all plays out. Is it actually the better move? Who knows?
Yeah, but yeah, so incredible that Trick Williams, TNA World Champion, never thought it would happen, but I guess Joe Hendry is going off to have some type of recovery for his shoulder. So we will see. I don't know. He wasn't wearing those bands, was he? So I don't know.
No, exactly we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. We Trick Williams just got one up on old Joe, old average Joe, as Trick would say. Once again, Trick said it, not me. I mean, I said it now, but he said it first. It's a curious time.
Yeah.
This is interesting. This is, like I said, we've already seen this kind of happen before with another company. Let's see how well this plays out with this company. Is it going to be beneficial? Is the storyline going to be there? Do we have the in-depth? I'm ready for it. I was still hoping Joe was going to be the first one from TNA to win a title from NXT. That's how I wanted it to happen. But this is the way they booked it. Let's see how it rolls out.
Yeah. But let's kind of show our meme of the weekend here. I know we don't have we haven't done gold memes in a long time, and I've been tied up, and there's so much work that goes into our production here. But
we thank you.
But Austin Cage almost spilled the beans here. But let's just take a look at this one. This is the Cena eats corn the long way.
Yeah, I was going to say, for Alan, if you're still watching, that sign says Cena eats corn the long way.
It's just Cena looking at it is priceless.
I'm so glad, because I seen it, I was scrolling down, and then, sometimes when you try to, reload, it'll, reload real fast. I just caught it before it reloaded. I was like, thank God. I would have never found it again.
No, you would have found it because you would have messaged me and be like, find this, and then I would have had it in about 10 seconds, and you would have got it, and you'd be like, thank you.
Oh, well.
There you go. I'll make it bigger for you. So
Alan's going to need it bigger than that. I'm going to buy him a magnifying glass.
Alan, get your trifocals and see which one works best. Okay. I can't read it, dude.
This is funny, and it's still, but it'll never get old. The Bill Goldberg one from
Oh, no.
WCW Nitro.
Now we just need to get a someone to do some art with Cena holding the microphone and take out the microphone and put it in ear corn right up close to the mouth.
Just make sure you put little corn pieces around his mouth.
No, put some butter on it. It'll go in easier.
Oh my God! Stop it, you two. You're terrible. Wow.
Shit.
Yeah, I know we're too much. Wanted to give a quick update here. So I know we mentioned at the beginning of the show with the couple of wrestlers who were over the weekend who got severely injured. Apparently, the honky tonk legend Rockin' Rick, who I mentioned, who took the unfortunate Owen driver and actually got injured severely. He apparently will be having neck surgery tomorrow. I don't know the extent. I don't know the extent of it. But still, so in all seriousness, folks, if you're watching this, I mean, this is a guy who's actually over years old and still want to entertain the fans. And he is
in
really
amazing
good,
shape, though.
And he just wanted to do it. He was he's in amazing shape. Yes. And, in just one slip and sometimes it only takes one. And this may be the end of his career, but the most important thing is we need to get him back to his normal life. So I think the man more than deserves to have a normal life. So if you're watching, listening up there, please, all your prayers, thoughts, good vibes, please send them to the honky tonk legend Rick. I think it was Luthhauser, I believe is his last name. But please, all your prayers and thoughts to send to Rockin' Rick as he's having surgery tomorrow and for a healthy recovery and to get his life back to normal and just to have a good livable life. So that's all we can ask for, and I think that's what he deserves. So
somebody maybe should start like a fundraiser thing or something.
That
lives out there.
Yeah, I mean, if we can get something out there, that would be. And in the heartbreaking part about this whole thing is ACW is actually going to be in his hometown doing a show in 3 weeks, June 14th, and so we may. I don't know. I can't speak on behalf of the promoter, but we would love to see him in attendance at least, just to watch and be with his hometown folks, and maybe do something special in recognition for what he's done. But that's all. I mean, because to us, I mean, he's definitely a class act, and he's always asked about how my family is. He's done that with other people in the locker room. So once again, I cannot stress enough how much that we need all prayer warriors out there. So please, if you can, please at least say one small prayer for him and for his health and to get through this. And that's all I ask for anything. If I ask for anything this week, that would be my one thing. So please. But yeah, and I don't know about Selena De Niro. I haven't got. I'll get more updates on that because that was the first I actually seen this afternoon. But like I said, we don't want to take anything too lightly. So, but gentlemen, once again, we hopefully we guys have brought you a good, entertaining show. I know I was kind of off the rails a little bit and kind of on edge a little bit this week, but wife being gone for about tomorrow will be like 5 days now, and I'm trying to hold down the house, and everything's going crazy. So, but we hopefully you guys enjoyed the the show here tonight, and of course, have a good Memorial Day. Hopefully, a lot of you are off work tomorrow, like I am. So,
Yeah.
hopefully, you guys are, enjoy time with family. In fact, I may maybe get together with the media family tomorrow. Just do a little luncheon and get together over at my mother's house. So, what? Any plans for you guys?
At the moment, no. One of my friends said if he cooks out, he'll probably hit me up. My family probably is just gonna sit at home, so I'll probably make my way over there at some point. But other than that, no.
The wife works, unfortunately, so I'll probably be just hanging out with the kids. I know I'm about to go race after this, so. But yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
that's right.
ain't got much. I ain't got much going on.
You got much going on?
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, I'll tell you. I think that's pretty much gonna do it for us, right? I think
Yep.
so. For the most part,
I think so.
You think so?
Thank you.
I hope you guys can hear that. I don't know. I don't know if I can
I
hear it
can.
or
The
not.
music, yeah, it's there.
Okay, good. All
Real
right,
quiet.
guys. A little quiet, but that's okay. You guys enjoy a nice weekend, a nice Memorial Day weekend here. We will be back next week, and just pay attention to our Facebook page and what we got in store for you for episode number 196. But until then, for the Dirty Heel Lost Cage, and of course, the Gem City Mouse Zmiz, I am Rough Cut Rick Ruby. Once again, we thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you next Sunday at 9 p.m. Central. Have a great Memorial Day weekend, guys.
Toodles,
Please
gentlemen.
keep it.
What?
I said toodles.
I thought you said
Toodles.
something else.
He said poodles. Go pet the poodles.
What are your thoughts?
Honk honk.
Boobies.
Oh, I'm about to
Testicles.
put you through a wall.
Later, y'all.
I'm gonna build another wall
No.
and put you in another wall.